Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, and aliens, and GTA 5 characters, everyone. Let's continue our subject. So, we've talked about declination, or what I call it, wow, what was that? The declination. So, this is what we saw from last time and what we understood. The next step would be logically to do kind, but I want you to notice this is on the next page. Okay. So, what we understood is that the dative case for masculine and neuter is like Russian, it has an M in it. Next thing that we understood is that feminine and plural decline the same for neuter, accusative, for neuter, accusative, and the genitive. But the plural for the dative takes N, which we said it is basically Slavic ich or ch, which happens. And since this happens because we said it works like the prepositional case and the dative case, both at the same time. So that's just it. Now, how about the indefinite articles? Well, they're basically the same. Let me show you. So we got masculine, neuter, feminine, and plural, and we got nominative, accusative, genitive, and dative. Let me show you. So here was ein, here was eines, and here is eine. And we said that eine doesn't exist for plural. So we picked keine or kein. Now we can do it, but it's just basically the same. So this in the direct declination would take kein plus an en. This will stay the same, this will stay the same, this will stay the same. This part would take es, es, er, er. See, it's the declination all over again. So I think you guys can complete this part by yourself. See, it's that easy. It was that easy. You learn one thing, and that is the declination that I made by myself. Now we can basically conjugate the articles and every other thing that we will learn that declines. Okay. We're done with this part. So we're done with this. Now let's talk about cases. What we learned from cases, what they all have a purpose. We pretty much know the purposes. I said I gave an apple to Jason Statham, the beekeeper, the mechanic. Anyway, whatever. So, nominative, accusative, genitive, and dative. So the nominative is this. It just shows the subject. And that's it. Easy. How about the accusative? The accusative is basically the object that the action of the verb happens. And yet again, this is solely for the baby steps, nothing else. We just have to know these, then move on and step up, basically. We don't have to do shit with this one for now. We keep it for later. For the we just said it's basically we just said that it's basically daddy's car, just the apostrophe s. Now, the dative case is basically here. The indirect object, mostly called by language nerds and linguists, such as myself. I'm a nerd, not a linguist. Maybe a baby linguist or whatever. So Jason here would take the dative case. And that's all you need to know. Or what you learned. What you need to know now is the prepositions. Congratulations, we're on to next level. Prepositions are words like on, at, by, from, not this series, to, I love this series by the way, to, not this, to, this, to, not this one. These are called with prepositions. Now each of these prepositions take different case. They govern different cases. Now nominative doesn't have any cases, or it does, doesn't matter. And the accusative has a few cases, and the most known ones, and well, for the baby steps, most important ones are fu and ona. I mean, this is pretty fucking obvious, right? This means for. Ona means without, like without trousers or whatever. Genitive case has a couple of prepositions, but they're not really suitable for this baby steps that we are working on here. We will teach it separately at prepositions. We'll hint it when we're working on cases too, but they're basically for the prepositions. So how about the dative? The dative case is the most common. Remember when we said it governs prepositional case and dative case of languages like Russian? It also has to fulfill instrumental cases too. At least the ones that Russian will take instrumental case. That's not the case here. Moving on, we just have to name the prepositions. Most common ones are zu. It's zu, like ts. Not tu, not zu. Zu. Mit. And last one being von. This means to. This means with. And this means from. Now, keep this in your mind that some of these cases can take what do we call it? Some of these cases can take different cases. One could govern 2 or 3, which is again not the subject of this video. We will work on it on the prepositional case. Plus, don't worry if you've had any problem in this video or any other video from any other language. We will give you practice videos. And there you can practice. I will give you some sort of tests. I will give you some sort of tests, and we will solve it together, and you'll learn that it's very easy. And I'm not making stuff up, okay? I'm not alien. I don't have any special powers. I just did some stuff more than you. I studied maybe a little bit more. I put on more work, or I started earlier. That's why I know it. And I will use the same books that I have studied. And I just did some stuff from my own, like they were made up by me. Okay, those stuff were different, like the text that I want to show you guys, maybe few exercises and practices, but the rest is purely what I did, and the rest was just my creative mind. Okay, now we know this. Okay, so we have talked about cases, articles, nouns, and genders. But you might be asking, hey, if I'm starting from 0, I don't know how to introduce myself. How can I even show myself? I don't know, like me, sir, me, you know? How can I say I? Okay, oh. So we enter the next stage. And this stage, ladies and gentlemen, is called pronouns. Nouns. What's a pronoun? I mean, genius. It's called pro plus noun. Example. I saw, David with a big D. Capital D. David. So David is a noun. Correct? David is a noun. I saw him. Oh, what happened? It's him. It's not David. It's some other word. What's it called? Is it a noun? No. It's more than a noun. It replaced some other noun. It's a pronoun. Pro, not a beginner. It's a pro. Get the idea? Or maybe I should just leave it be. Okay. Now, with that being said, we will now learn the German pronouns, okay? And we will give you the most important ones, and then we will see their declination. So, pronouns. I will just write them like this. Denominative pronouns. Okay, that's really not visible. Here's the nominative, the accusative, and the the genitive case, dative case. Okay. We ain't gonna touch this bad boy here. Okay, for now. The important thing is that you learn the other stuff. Okay. So the first one being ich, not ish. Pronunciation doesn't matter, but you gotta know the difference. This is the harsh. Pronouncing the consonants could be hard or soft. It happens in Slavic languages a lot. Show this to Russian, there will be t, and show them this, that will be t, or that will be t. That will be something between a t and a ch sound, cha or cha. That's not important. That's just me being a big nerd in linguistics and studying literally 1,000 pages worth of book just to learn phonology, which was fun. Ish meaning I. Do, whoa. Excusez-moi. Then we got du meaning you. For the third person, exactly like English, we got free, z. I'm gonna write this one here, and s. He, she, and it. You can get it like the er here, the r from there, the showing of the being masculine. The e of shows that it's feminine, and the s here indicating that is neuter. Do you see the patterns or not? These are really, really important. Moving to plural ones, we would be surprise, via. And the next one would be I was kind of hoping that you guys could kind of guess it. The next one would be ia, which is kind of like do. Oh, I forgot to explain. Okay, I'm going to explain it now. So do here, it's called sometimes in linguistics a TV language, like French. Do, I believe this is the correct way because I haven't studied it for like a year or two. And vous, was it like this? Was it like this? Oh man. Or like German, Russian, ты and вы. See, this is you, one person, singular, and it's kind of disrespectful to call an older person with this one. Okay, so we will go with this one, which is the respectful one. Okay, then this is plural, this is singular. Keep that in mind, firstly. Now, German has one for a singular ones and has another one for plural ones. I mean, if you're a, let's say, teacher and you want to tell two kids to basically piss off and go to their own class, you would use E on them. What's next? Next one is Z with a capital S. This basically is English they, okay? And there is also another Z, which is exactly, and I emphasize, exactly like this second Z. It's just, this is respectful one. It means the German, the Russian "vous" or French "vous." Now we'll move on. to the other cases. Now, ish. The accusative for ish would be mish. For do is dish. How about for these ones? I mean, if you're a smart boy or a girl or anything else, you would know that only the masculine had a ending in the accusative, so the other ones wouldn't change. The masculine, however, would take in with an N. See? I told you that was very important to learn. The declination. How about V? Or basically via. Via would become uns. Yeah, it looks like the English us. What the hell is this N and why don't we have it? N, like M, is a nasal consonant. Okay, these two, forget about the name. Okay, let's just say you don't know the name. N and M have a tendency to disappear or become a glide, as in a W or a Y, like ja in German, or to just disappear, or to become a liquid consonant, a rhotic or a lateral. Meaning R and the R family and L family, like meaning the French R or the dark L of Polish. So basically, I just explained what happens to M and N, what could happen to M and N, and what happened to this one here. Create it quickly, as fast as possible. Yep. Next one, ear. For ear, we got oish. Notice how these two make the oi sound. Oi, 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 as in Billy Butchers say. How about Z? You have 15 minutes to decide. I'm joking. Z, since it's the plural one, won't change. It will be still Z. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is for the accusative case. Moving on. I won't talk about this here. I'm going to talk about it more later. But a quick kind of just a heads up. It looks like the possessive pronouns. So basically, ish would be mish, and here would be meine. Mine means mine, and meine would be still mine, but it's the pronoun, But because of the weird kind of usage, I don't want to explain it here and right now. Okay, next one, I'm writing with white. The dative case, okay. Mia. Dia. Can you guess what would these guys get? If your guess is that they kind of get the kind of like the close to the dative case of them in their declination, you would be right. I'm gonna just write the masculine and neuter together, and feminine right here. The feminine would be ia. See, this e guy has to be here for the third person. And for the masculine neuter nouns would be im. See, isn't that easy? That is pretty goddamn easy, isn't it? Moving on, for wir, we had uns in the accusative case. We have again uns in dative case too. How about ihr? You want to guess? Still euch. And for z, it would be. I wish I could have the drum kind of background sound. It would be as it was for the dative case. We got lots of n's. It would be ihnen. Ihnen. No, this is. Oh, god damn it. This is an H. Ihnen. See, it's that easy. Now we know the German, what were these called? Pronouns, and we know their genders. A quick exercise, we know the, right, für is the accusative, right? So how would one say for me in German? That would be für mich. It's an accusative. Okay, how about for the dog? Für den Hund. Some nouns decline in German. It's called declination. And let's just say nouns could also have a declination, but we ain't gonna do that. How about ohne, without, let's say, cloud? Ohne, without the cloud would be ohne die Wolke. See? Now you know. So I give you 3 nouns for each gender, right? And you guys have about 4 prepositions. What kind of 4 is that, dude? See, studying multiple languages, I'm right in Arabic, the middle of English. 4 pronouns and 4 prepositions and the pronouns. And I want you to exercise using ohne, mich, ohne, euch, and stuff like that, so that you could become, like, just get used to it, okay? This is what basic language is. You will have a hard time for the beginning, like at the beginning, probably the first 3 months after you've done grammar fully, like I did, or I will help you. Then it would be pretty fucking easy. No biggie. So yeah, just practice these. Have a notebook round, maybe 100 pages would be enough, and practice. See you with the next part. Bye bye.